Good afternoon, good afternoon. We are live. It is 4 p.m. UK time. So those that join later on, we are live for an hour.
Sunblock.
Good afternoon, Sunblock. How are you, Buttes? So I'll put your Sunblock up for a reading. Yo. So
Sunblock, I hope you're happy to be a guinea pig for me.
Yo is going to be reading with me. So what I'm going to do is I will pull one and one. And hey, Christina, what a good morning from America. Sending love to you both across the water. So Yo is going to be reading with me as well. Hey, Jill.
Hi, Jill, Christina.
So we're going to get started because we are only on for an hour, guys. I'm only going to do it for an hour. So yeah, well, don't forget, please share out for me and to let everybody know that we are live doing readings. Hopefully we'll get more joining us. Hey Bex. So
Bex.
Right, take it away, Yo.
Right, I'm taking a card for our
Hey
Sunblock.
Magella, sending love to you from Ireland, my lovely. To Ireland, not from Ireland, for UK.
Sunblock, you have the Knight
Show card
of Swords. Where's the camera? Oh, there it is.
There's the camera.
Can you see that, Sunblock? I hope you can see that. You've got a very majestic cloak around you. I see you protecting yourself with majesty in a very grand way. I can see things that have been very busy. Very busy in the past. They calmed down. And you've got somebody watching over you. You've got a very wise person watching over you. And I think you're carrying somebody. But you're doing it with a smile on your face. You're looking very regal at the moment, Sunblock. There's a torch behind you lighting and guiding you the way. But you're wearing a mask with a smile. I feel, Sunblock, you're very busy. I feel you're carrying somebody. I think you're doing it I think you're doing it lovingly. But you're not doing it on your own. There's somebody in the spirit world that's watching over you. I hope that makes sense.
Hey, Magella. So for those that are joining, Yo is in training.
The apprentice.
She's the apprentice.
The sorcerer's apprentice.
Yeah, she's the apprentice for today. Hopefully, the more practice Yo gets, the more she will be able to come on. So if you do get a reading from Yo or myself, just pop in comments whether you can take it, you can't take it, you understand it, you don't understand it. Just give some feedback, guys, if you don't mind.
That makes sense. Oh, thank you, Sunblock.
There you go.
Thank you.
Magella, for you, my lovely, we have got the Six of Swords. So let's see what's going on for you, my sweets. So at first I saw a bit of cloud in the background. So I don't know whether I'm not going to say you've gone through a difficult time, but I think things have been a little bit cloudy. But I feel like that you're moving out of that now. You're ready to go. The waves, it's still a little bit rocky. It's like the clouds lifted, but there's still a little bit of ripples going off around you. You will get through these ripples, but I think what's going to happen is it's going to like you're coming through it, and then you're going to it's like clear sailing, and then there's going to be a couple of ripples, and it's like you've got to iron this out. So whatever's happening around you, it's ironing it out. I do think that there is something to do with family, because the background I'm seeing, it's like trees and greenery, but it's a really like light green scenery that I'm seeing. So to me, I think the issues do come around family. But like I said, I feel that these issues, you're going to smooth them out eventually, but I think it's going to be a little bit of a bumpy road to start with. But the end, we all know at the end, it is going to be clear. But I do think this is going to be lasting a while. And I am going to probably say till I'm going to say around about November time, I think that this is going to be sort of like unbalanced, my lovely. I do feel like that there has been a few swords in the back coming in. And I do feel like somebody is I don't know whether it's you that puts it on you, but I feel like somebody's the black sheep of the family or feels like the black sheep of the family. And it's like you're out on your own all the time. I don't know if this is you or this is somebody that's with you, but I do get that black sheep sort of like thing. But I do feel that there has been a lot of swords being thrown, a lot of words being said, and and I think some of them have been a lot more hurtful than I think even you want to admit to yourself. I think also you try to move on, and it's like other people keep putting holes in your boat, if that makes sense to you. So it's sort of like you think you've got over it, and then next minute there's no hole in your boat, and that other ripple comes into play. Let me see what else I can see going off. A mirror reflection. Somebody really needs to look in mirror. And remember that saying, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. I feel like that comes in a little bit, not towards you, towards those on the outside. So I don't know whether there's a little bit of judgment coming in, but there's definitely a reflection. Somebody needs to do some reflecting. Don't know why I'm seeing like little blue fish. I don't know what little blue fish would mean, but I've seen like little blue fish around you. Do you know? I'm going to change. It's not bluefish. I'm going to say dragonfly. It's like a dragonfly around you. You've got a surrounding of dragonflies coming in on you. And for me, the dragonflies are there to lift you at the times when you're not feeling, when you think you can't go on, your dragonflies are there to lift you. So it's more on a spiritual level. I do feel though there's a dog in spirit, because I'm seeing the outline of a dog. And I don't think this would have been a small dog. I do think this would have been, I wouldn't say a medium size, but I do think there's a connection to an animal in spirit also. But that's what I'm getting for you. I don't know if it's you as well that's suffering with the hip, like top of the leg, that area, because somebody's suffering there as well, my sweet. But that's what I'm getting for you, my lovely. I hope that makes sense for you. Who you're gonna have? Sue.
Hello, Sue.
There you go. Just drop emojis in chat, my lovelies, and we'll give it to you to give you a reading.
Sue, you have the Three of Swords. There we go. Have you had headaches, Sue? Something's going on in your head, attacking you. You look a bit weighed down at the moment. You're on a journey. I can see behind you somebody. I can see somebody behind you that's very innocent, following in your wake. You look, there's sadness around you. I think you're carrying something in your head. I don't know if that's a sadness in your mind or if you're suffering with headaches at the moment. And you seem to be carrying something that maybe you could shred. You're in an environment where you could offload, but you're hanging on to something. See if you can offload in the environment you're in when you're around people. See if you can offload that, because the environment is suitable for you to offload. So I don't know if that's people around you can talk to, like-minded people you can share with. But yeah, definitely something going on in your head, and I think it's making you quite sad. But you're holding your head up high with it. And you do have fun. down in the before, not too long before this, you were having fun. I don't know what's caused the sadness though.
Is there an outcome to the sadness? Can you see a light in the card?
No. Can you help?
So for me, Sue, what I'm seeing is I'm feeling like you're being sucked dry of energy at the minute. Again, there's for me, I'm seeing that there's a disgruntlement. Again, we've got the family tree going off at the side. I don't think she gets much support from the family. It's like flowers are being given, but the roses have been given from family, but it's like there's no emotion from family, if that makes sense. For the family that are around you. There is going to be new things coming. You see these mushrooms sprouting at the bottom here, Yo-Yo. So the mushrooms sprouting at the bottom, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's going to be 4 opportunities on pathways for you to get out of the situation that you're in. But it's making sure make sure that you know make sure you look into each and every path, because some are going to be better than others. But there is going to be 4 ways of getting out of it. But for me, yeah, there's definitely a sign coming out of it, because you've got your mushroom, you've got your light coming in there. Look, so you can see different paths that are starting to sprout.
Yeah.
So that's where she needs to be focusing
and this, I'm focusing on that as well.
Yeah. So what's that?
I can't work that out. Is that a stool or where there's resting going on?
So she needs resting up. That could be with energy.
Right. Okay. Need to rest the energy then. Yeah. Thank you, Lindsay.
You're welcome. I hope that makes sense to you, Sue. Yo-Yo will look out for your comments. For those joining, Yo-Yo is the apprentice today. Sam, let's see what's going on with Sam. Hey, Emily. Evening tea, afternoon, Tina, Gillian, Tracy. Hope everybody is well. Hey, Dee.
Hi, everyone.
I'm just throwing my cards all over the place. Hey, Shirley, Jacqueline. So for you, Sam, my sweet lady, Sam, let's look going up. What's going on for you? We've got the 2 of Swords. 2 opportunities coming up for you, Sam, but you're sort of like not opening your eyes to see them. You're sort of like very closed off to these 2 opportunities. Both these opportunities that come up are going to have a healing for you. So there is going to be healing coming from both opportunities. Minute you're very guarded with yourself, you've got your arms up. And I think these 2 swords are representing 2 people with opportunities that are going to be coming around for you. And there's blue on both of them. So for me, there's going to be 2 types of healing being offered, but it's going to be from 2 separate people down 2 separate paths. I can also see the wilting flowers at the side. We've got some like purple flowers coming through. So that's the healing at the side. You see your purple flowers there where my finger is, and you can see the little wilting going on there. So I do feel wilted at the moment. I don't know if it's you that's suffering with the tummy area, Sam, but there's definitely issues going off around the tummy. And I feel that this is more to do with how the things that are happening around you. I know what's happening around you, Sam, and I know where you are on a grief side. So I'm trying to get you something other than the grief side, if that makes sense to you, Sam. I'm seeing the reflection again coming in the back. The past for you is something that at the minute you can't let go of, and I know that. I know you can't with Harley. So just give me a minute, dude. Let me see whether I can get anything else coming. Otherwise, I'm going to turn a different card from you. At the minute, though, things don't seem to be black and white around you, and I don't know if there's issues. It's like you sat on a stone. Now, this stone to me. It's like you're not budging. So there's something going on around you, Sam, and you're not budging from it. It's like you're sticking to it. And I don't know whether this is a good thing or a bad thing. Because for me, it's like I feel that you need to get away from whatever this is, but it's like you're putting your foot down and you're being very, very stubborn. My lovely lady. I don't know where the 7 connects into you, but we've got the number 7 coming in also. Come on, give me something else. Also the W, I don't know where the W would connect around you, but there's also a W connecting in around you. This is going back, and I think this is going back to when, I'm not going to say younger, but this is going back a while, Sam. I don't know if there's a baby in spirit coming from, but it's like a long time ago. This one, this isn't Harley. This is like way before Harley. We've got a child's energy coming in right at the very bottom, bottom of the card. Hold a sec. There's also ladies' energy coming in. Now, this ladies' energy for me that's coming in around the baby that's in spirit, purple would have been a colour that she would have related to, or you would have related to the lady. Also, the number 4 connects in with this lady. And I'm going to say springtime as well. There must be a connection to springtime for that lady as well coming in. There's a gentleman now stepping forward into the card. And he's stepping forward. But I'm going to say he's stepping forward with Harley. And I can actually see Harley's face and Harley smiling. So Harley's happy with the gentleman that he's with. I'm just going to try and get me something for gentleman. Don't know if there's a bow tie that connects this gentleman, but I'm seeing like a chief or something like a cross. I don't know if it's a bow tie or something to do with something that this gentleman would have always wore around his neck. And there's also something to do with the eyebrows as well, Sam, that's coming in. I can see like this gentleman would have got thick eyebrows. So I don't know if that's making sense to you, my lovely, but that's what I've got coming in for you. I hope that makes sense, my sweets. Where's she gone? Wait a minute. Gillian, there you go. You can have Gillian. I couldn't find you, Claire.
Gillian. For you, I have the Hermit.
So you can see that.
So what I pick up here is you're standing very tall at the moment. You've got a bit of weight. You're carrying a bit of weight around in your mind, and you're also your way is being lit up for you. You're carrying the light. You've left behind you quite a busy time, quite a busy time behind you, but that's done now as you're walking forward. You've got 2 little ones by your side that you're guiding as well. 2, is that 2 or 3? 1, 2. I think you're quite majestic, and I think you've had a rough time in the past. I think you're coming forward now. You've got the light in your soul to see your way forward, and I think you're doing it proudly, but there's a weight in your mind you're carrying that you haven't quite got rid of. It's making you tip your head like that. And the 2 little ones beside you. And I think you've got a fresh start coming up because there's water going where the 2 little ones are walking by you. And there's definitely fresh roots, and they're happy, the little ones. So I don't know. Lindsay, is that new beginnings or is that existing?
It's what you see it as. That's what I've got to set you on that point, because you're reading that card. I would say new beginnings. I would go with new beginnings coming in. Yeah.
And they're happy new beginnings. Very happy new beginnings. And that light you're carrying, because things are getting lighter, you don't need to carry the light actually, because there is light around you. In the darkness, light's there helping you. And I think the weight you're carrying, you're going to be able to discard that soon. Yeah, that's what I get from that card. Sorry, it's not very long, but that's what I see.
okay.
I don't want to make it up.
It also said, Gillian, the number 9's connecting in. I'm seeing 9 on this card. And I also saw a gentleman, but I want to say got receding hair here, but it's sort of like got hair coming round the side, if that makes sense. I don't know whether this man's in spirit, but I just saw him stood behind you. So he'd like got the hair around there, but it would have been going a bit thin on top. I hope that makes some sense to you, my sweets.
And thank you, Anne.
Where we're going, let's go back up a little bit, see what we're missing. Afternoon, Jules. Holly
Hi,
is now
Jules.
7. Oh, bless sweets. Shirley. Yeah, Shirley in there. Go back to new comments. Right, guys, don't forget, keep commenting with your emojis if you're wanting a reading. Hey, El Cleo. I'll try and get you a YouTube one. If we've got people on YouTube, please comment if you would like a reading, please. Shirley, my sweet lady, for you, we've got the 9 of Pentacles. Ooh, summertime's going to be a good time for you, my sweets. So we've got the summertime coming. Again, we've got a spiritual path coming up, or you're going to be walking through a spiritual. I don't know whether there's wedding bells coming up or an anniversary, but there's something to do with. I'm going to say there's a celebration of some sort, but I don't know if it's wedding anniversary type thing. Just because you're walking under and the flowers were around that. Summertime is going to be a big thing for you, though. Just watch out for the hawk. We've got a hawk coming in around you, and the hawk needs to keep the eyes open. So make sure you've got your eyes open, Shirley, and you're walking with your head held high, but you're keeping an eye on what's going on around you at all times. Not that anything bad's happening, it's not, but I don't know whether this is just a reference to your character, but there's definitely I've got my eye on everything. Nobody can get anything past you. It's like been there, done it, got the t-shirt kind of thing, Shirley. There is a split in the family showing, but there's a lot of love from both sides of the family as well. I'm seeing more green on one side than the other, but there is a lot of love. There is also on one side of the family, I think there is links to I'm not going to say depression, but that way of thinking. But like on the other side, I don't know whether they don't understand that or they don't think there's a difference in opinion, I feel, on different sides, because we've got the light and the dark coming in. So I do feel like that there is different opinions, but even though there's different opinions, it's still a very strong bond going on between this divide. It's not daisies I was thinking on. What are them other yellow flowers? Not daffodils. I don't know where the daffodil connection comes in for you, Shirley, but daffodils are being given. But just remember, just to keep your eye out on everything. And you know what? Let yourself go, Shirley. Just let it all go and just follow the path you're meant to follow. And don't sort of like, I know we have to stop and think sometimes, but it's like sometimes you've just got to let it go. Just let it go and just like walk forward, if that makes sense to you, my sweet lady. Where's his YouTube? I saw a YouTube one come up. There we go, Verba Queen. There you go, my lovely.
Verba Queen, you have the King of Cups. Oh, yeah.
Oi, oi.
Well, you're sitting on your own, dealing with whatever you're dealing with. But you've got somebody in front of you. So in the past, you might have been on your own. But ahead, you're not on your own. And it's going to be, I've used this word before, I'm going to use it again. It's going to be, you're going to make quite a grand entrance somewhere. Whatever's happened in the past has been quite simple, but one big thing happened. And you're flying quite majestically. This is a nice card. There is a rough water, but you're gliding over it. and you're taking something that's helping you. And you're wearing your crown well because you're upright with it. You're dealing really well with something at the moment. You're very relaxed. And the issue that the big issue that you have dealt with, you are coming out of it. And when there might be a little bit of rocky road as you go forward, but don't worry about that because you're going to glide right over it. I'm sorry I'm not reading as long as Lindsay's reading, but
You're not supposed to. You're supposed to just.
That's what I see in your card. So I hope that makes sense to you.
To me, also, there's a strong connection to spirit coming in. Can you see it coming from top, coming down? Yeah. And I feel like at the minute, spirit's helping to glide through as well.
Okay.
Where we're going, where we going, Kerry? I'm looking for the emojis. The emojis get you readings. Kerry, for you, my lovely, we've got the Ace of Swords. So let's see what's going on here. So the hawk spreading its wings, Kerry. So for me, there's some movement going. There's some sort of movement happening or going to happen. And I don't know whether this is going to be a move with a house, move with a job, move with a move, but there's definitely a shift coming in. There's definitely a move coming in. So I was just seeing if I could see on that right and see what written on your sword then. I've got a lady's energy coming in, but with the lady's energy, there's something going off. I think it's more the right side than the left side. There's something going off on the right side, but it's on her left, but it's on my right. So it could be her left side. But there's a lady's energy coming in. There was definitely something more to do. I don't know whether this lady had a stroke, but there's definitely an energy coming in, and it did affect. I'm going to say the left side because it's the left in the card. There's also a small dog coming in with this lady. I'm seeing like a white. What do you call them? White little doggy things.
Poodle?
No, they're not poodles. I can't remember, but it's like like a medium-sized dog, like Fifi, a small bit medium, if you know what I mean. Not medium big, medium small. That makes sense, doesn't it? But she's coming in. But I do think this lady's family. I do think this lady in life would have gone through quite a lot, though, Kerry. I think this lady in life genuinely would have felt like she achieved so much, but it wasn't an easy road for this lady coming in. I do think that on time she would have been doing quite a lot of things on her own as well. And it worked, it sounds daft, but it's like she's trying to say just before she passed, if she hadn't have passed, everything she'd worked for would have been to the hill, if that makes sense. Now that's just her message to you, but she's in the greenery, so everything did happen. Everything but she's okay where she is, if that makes sense. I don't know where the letter R comes in, but we've got a letter R connecting in as well. The sword to me is representing strength. I think at the minute, Kerry, there's something around you that you are needing strength for. But again, I feel that this is strength more for you, not for something that you're going through. I feel that this strength is more your support on strength. Because I feel at times, I don't know whether you feel like you're lacking the strength, but this sword to me, it's just like, because it's the one sword, so that's your strength. So just make sure that you recuperate what's going on with you. Make sure you get that time out for you. We have got healing coming in there as well, and there's also another 2 people in spirit though around you. I feel that these two would have passed though before the lady, because they're higher than the lady that are coming in. I do think it's a lady and a gentleman, but I do think this lady and gentleman would have been connected also. Them two would have been connected to each other. What else am I seeing? But yeah, for me, the strength. Dig deep, my love light, because you need to pull that strength from you, my love light. I hope this card makes sense to you, sweets. Tina, there you go.
Tina, oh, you have got Page of Pentacles.
Yes.
There we go. So, very colourful. It's a very colourful card compared to the other cards. I've got red in here, and red for me is a healing energy. You've left some shadow behind you, but as you walk forward, you're coming into life again. You've got fresh starts happening for sure, and you've got humour. You've got humour in your mind. You're seeing things in a humorous way. The sun's beginning to shine. It's coming over and it's coming in for you. It's like spring starting for, I know spring is starting now, but it's like spring is starting for you. And lots of love. Lots of little bits of love. I don't know if you've been surrounded by a lot of people that have been caring for you, but you're carrying it. You appreciate the love that you've got. There's been a bumpy road behind you, but you're light now. If you don't feel light on your feet now, you are going to feel light on your feet, I think. And I think there's somebody in front of you that's good fun, that you're approaching, you're coming towards them, and it's going to be, as a new time starts for you, there's a lot of fun in store for you. I hope that makes sense.
Claire. Claire, for you, my lovely, we have got the karma. Karma, 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 karma. We've got the karma card, Kara, the karma card. Healing coming to tummy. I don't know whether there's a situation around you, and I don't know whether it's an hereditary one, Claire, but it seems to be affecting the women on the tummy areas. So I don't know if this is passed down or there's 3 of you that are suffering around the tummy area. 2 different paths are showing up, Claire, for you, and there's like a circle in the middle. So I feel at the minute that life for you has sort of like been going, it's like being a stuck record kind of thing, Claire. You sort of like going round and round and round and round. But there's a light on either side of this going round and round and round. So it's like the wheel's been turning, but it's like you've just not had the opportunities, haven't been readily available, I'm going to say. But there's 2 opportunities coming up. So the 2 opportunities. Now, these are going to be total opposite sides to each other, my lovely. So make sure it's what you want to do again. Again, it's this self-choice. The 2 opportunities that are going to be coming up are going to lead to 2 different outcomes. They're not going to be on the same path at all. One's going to be this path. You know, sometimes we get opportunities and you can go on it and then they'll like bring you back in. This one isn't. It's just going to be leading 2 separate ways. But I feel that you're not doing this on your own. I think this is going to involve somebody else as well. I feel that this is... I don't know why pack of 3 comes into it. I don't think the pack of 3 is on this journey, but I want to say a pack of 3. Is it? Do you know? I don't know whether one's like pulling me that way, one's pulling me that way. So I don't know whether this is two people and they're going to be going down to different step or they're doing it together. I can't tell at the minute. Let me see what else I can pull in. Definitely family members coming through in spirit, and it's like they're on both sides again. We've got both sides coming through. We've got a female on this side and we've got a male on this side. I don't know why, but the male showing me like spiky hair, so I don't know whether this spiky hair connected to the male. But I'm seeing more like, oh, there's something to do with the spike. There's something to do with the head. Whether that's where the area they're taking me to, or there's something to do with spiky hair, because that's sort of like what I'm seeing. On the other side, we've got a lady coming through in spirit. I do feel like this lady again. I don't know whether she would have had a part in, like a centre parting, because I'm just like seeing this side of the face. That's my mother. I'm just seeing like this side. I'm seeing one side of the face, but it's like there's a parting going down. So I don't know whether this lady would have had a parting going in there. I do think though, Claire, that they were between these two that are in spirit. I do feel like there was a spiritual connection to him. And I don't know whether this spiritual connection that's coming from them is the leading focus for you to follow. Because I do feel like there is an angel watching over you in spirit. But I do think things are a bit cloudy at the minute. I don't know whether you can't see your path. It's like it's cloudy at the minute. But like I said, there's the two ups. Right, I'm going to go back and reiterate what I've said. So there's two lights, two different paths are coming up for you, Claire. There's going to be both going to lead off to different ways. I don't know whether there's one person's going to go in that way and two's going that way. I think that's where the three comes in. It's like one person's going to go that path, but two are going to go down a different path. But they're not going to like join up and meet back up, if that makes sense. I do think that the path's been sort of like covered at the minute, and I do think that there's an angel coming in. We've got a gentleman's energy coming through in spirit on one side. We've got a lady on the other. The gentleman's taking me to his head and like a straight chest. I think this person would have been quite straight-laced as well, just because I'm seeing the straight-laced on the gentleman. On the lady's side, I don't know whether breast cancer would have been related to this lady, because as I look back, I can just see a boob. What looks like a boob coming out. So I don't know whether this lady would, but to me, there would have been a part. I think there would have been like a parting in her hair also that's coming through. But that's what I'm getting for you, my sweets. And yeah, the linkage for the tummy area. There's something with a tummy. Where we're going now? There you go. You can do beautiful Aries goddess.
Beautiful Aries goddess.
Yes, beautiful Aries goddess. I don't mind you being in chat, but please don't give readings or anything like that unless you speak first, and then I don't mind. But don't poach.
So you have the Six of Pentacles. Beautiful. And it is a beautiful card. I see you as being a bit of a doll, a bit of a princess. Yeah. Quite flamboyant. But there's been something here, a bit of a wave. And there's somebody looking down on you that's watching you with a smile. Whoever's watching down on you had quite a dry sense of humour with you. And somebody is giving to you and you appreciate it. You've been given 3 things. And you carry those with you because you've been given them before. So what you're being given now, you have had before, which you keep and appreciate. I don't know if you've got a birthday coming up or people are showing their appreciation for what you do, but you've got somebody else coming up giving. You've got a lot of contentment in your mind. Somebody else is watching over you as well in the distance. But that's quite hazy. So I don't know if somebody passed a while back that's significant to you. They're definitely watching over you, and they're watching this giving of, as people are showing their appreciation for you, they're watching that, and they like that you're being appreciated. And you've got a lot of growth coming as well. I don't know if you're doing if your spiritual journey, if you're on one, or if you follow spirituality, or if you're thinking about your spiritual journey, but you're connected to it. And a very peaceful, happy card. You've got happiness coming, and you're appreciated. Your feet are a bit tied. But yeah, that's what I get for you. I hope that makes sense for you, beautiful Aries goddess Ari.
Fabulous. Susan. If I get round to you, Barra, you just have to keep dropping your emojis, my lovely. Susan, for you, we've got the Ace of Wands card. I do think that there's a loved one's anniversary coming through that's in spirit, and I do think that they're also showing me a butterfly, so to keep an eye out for butterflies coming up, Susan. I do think there's something around this person's passing, though, that seems to be like unraveling. So I don't know whether there's been some information that's come to light after the passing, but it's sort of like becoming a bit it's starting to unravel itself. I'm not saying it's in a negative way, but I do think that these things that are starting to unravel after the person's passing. I don't know whether there's also home improvement coming on around you, because you can see the house in the distance, but it is further in the distance, but it looks like a castle being built. So I'm not sure whether there's home improvements coming in around you or something to do with the home, because like I say, you can see the castle sort of like different sides of it being built. The grass is really green at the moment. You can see the grass is sort of like shining. So that you're in a really good place right now, Suzanne. You know, you've got everything going for you. I don't know whether I'm seeing daisies in the card, so I don't know whether the name Daisy or daisies being shown. Wherever this person's buried, for me, I feel like there'll be daisies around that. And I know that you'll know them when you see them, but there's some connection to the daisies coming in. I do feel at the minute that your path, the path that you're coming on, it's like you're here and then you can see where you need to be. You know, like when you stood and you think, right, this and this is going to get me A to B, and it's like everything's open and ready. The time's now for the picking. The time's now to start looking forward and making them decisions. So like I said, the home improvement, the time's round. I don't know where the three connections come in again, though, for you, because we've got the three ribbons coming off. And the number 5 also connects. I'm seeing the 5. Don't know if it's 50, because there's an O coming there as well. So I don't know whether 50 is connected to you as well, Susanna, but there's definitely the 5 coming in. Let's see what else. I do think, though, this person that I'm talking about in spirit, I do think that they're past that. I think they're past. I'm going to say a while ago, but it's like things now are starting to come out regarding this person or regarding things about this person's life, and it's like just starting to unravel for you now. There's a strong connection, though, to somebody in spirit with where Daisy's connects in, because I can see the lady's face, but I can see her head sort of like in a daisy, if that makes sense. But she's showing me that, but she's so like too far back for me to see her, but I can just see the shape of the flower and the small head in. So I don't know whether it's this lady's energy coming in, but look out for a black and white butterfly. It's going to be an unusual butterfly, but look out for this butterfly coming in around you, because that's her energy coming in, just to let you know that she's all right, my sweet. So that's for you, my lovely. Anne.
And you have got the World. That's beautiful. A lot of green in that, which is healing. I see green as a healing colour. Very peaceful. You're holding a torch. You're guiding the way. You've got a bit of a scallywag monkey in your head that's hanging over you. And you've got a mask on. You don't want people to see what you're really feeling. I don't think, because you know, like when you wear sunglasses, Anne, because you don't want people to see in your eyes, to see your thoughts. You've got a bit of a mask on there, and I think it's you don't want people to know this weight that you're carrying, but you are carrying a torch. You're fighting on. You're using a bit of a prop, but it's not a strong prop. You'll be able to let go soon. And the water, you're connected to water. The water that behind you was a little bit choppy, but it's not very choppy now, and you've moved away from that. There's an awful lot of healing around you. The green energy. You've got new beginnings again with spring coming. All red healing energy coming in again for you. But at the base of you, and you're carrying something in your gut, in your solar plexus. There's something in your tummy you're feeling. Is it a child? I see a baby.
Baby news maybe coming in around her.
Right.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Don't say I'm right.
No. I mean, right. Yeah, okay, right. Yeah, right, yo. Shut up. There's a lot of do you know there's a lot of reward coming to you? I feel there's a lot of reward. Something you did in the back is going to start showing its fruits now. You've had a mountain behind you go off in the past as well. You're using that experience from something that happened in the past, Anne, that was quite explosive. You're doing really well because you're using that experience to light your way now. And it's good that you're using that to light your way because of all the good that's coming out. You know, the good that's coming in your future. Yeah, I hope that makes sense to you, Anne. And thank you.
Tracy. Sending loads of healing to you, Barry, my lovely. For you, my lovely Tracy, we have got the Hermit card. So let's see where we are with this. Just bear with me a second. Oh, Yolanda, you're right and everything. And yes, the mask is right. That was beautiful. Well done. And yes, the big mansion.
Oh, I'm glad that made sense, Anne. Thank you for giving me feedback.
So, the Hermit card. You're about to start. I don't know whether you're starting from scratch, but it's like, I think now's the time just to let everything go. Because the Hermit card is the first card in the tarot set. So I will say that. So it's like the beginning of your journey. So for me, there's obviously a beginning journey coming up. I don't think this is going to start until about January, February next year. I think there needs to be more planning put into place before you start looking at going down this path, Tracy. It's like you're nearly there, but just not quite yet. But this is going to be a good opportunity for you. You just need to make sure that everything's planned in before the get-go. But I will come back to, it's going to be January, February time next year because there's going to be snow on the ground. I'm also seeing a canyon coming up. So I think whatever this journey is going to be, it's going to be a slow one. So I don't know if it's like you're starting your own business up, or if it's something like that you're going to be doing on your own. It's not going to be an easy slog. It's going to take a lot of time doing it, Tracy, but it's going to be worth it for the end. And I do think it's going to change your life on a drastic one. I am seeing stars and moons around you. So I do think on a spiritual level, Tracy, you are there with us on a spiritual level. I don't think this is a spiritual journey, though. I think this is something separate to the spiritual journey that you're on. I think this is more a new start for your life, a new start, a new beginning for you. But it is going to be in winter time when this starts happening. I think the difficulty, what's been happening around you, the difficult times, they're sort of like getting behind you, and you're just now getting things started to move forward. Just be careful, like I said, make sure everything's in place, because you don't want to slip and jump before everything's in place. So again, listen to that gut instinct around you. I don't know why I'm seeing me in red, but there's an M-E. So I don't know where the M-E or the me comes in around you. What else am I seeing? I do see a baby in spirit, though, around you, my lovely. But I do see... Tell you what I see there's a baby in spirit, but I see there's a lady leaning forward to pick this baby up. And I'm going to say this lady would be an older lady. When I looked at the lady, the essence of the lady, I got my nanan. I felt my nanan's energy coming into place. I don't know whether this lady would be your nanan. I feel like she would have had her sleeves rolled up, and I don't know whether the sleeves are a symbol of that she would have got stuck. She would have been one of these that got stuck into everything, and it will like just get here and I'll sort all problems out. Don't know whether that's the energy of the lady or whether she would have had her sleeves rolled up. If you know what I mean. I do think, though, this lady would have suffered more with one leg than the other, because she's sort of like in a kneeling position, but I'm only seeing one leg. I'm not seeing the other leg. So I would have said this lady would have had issues walking, or something going off below lower waist rather than upper. But yeah, she's the one that's looking after the child in spirit, my love. I hope that makes some sense to you. Claire, for you.
Oh, Claire, you've got the Four of Pentacles. Oh, quite a few pentacles. There we go. Well, there's a tree here, and you're sitting in it. On a cushion. So I think you're very connected to your family, because a tree is a family tree to me, Claire, and you're right in it at the moment. What's that? You're cuddling something. I can't see what you're cuddling. You're cuddling it and you're keeping it really close to your chest. I think you're fearful.
Pop it in the chat, your question, my lovely.
The roots of your tree go right down and they're really thick. So you've got huge bond there to your family. You're a deep thinker.
Overthinker.
Crown is very contained. And it's like your crown, it's not a flamboyant crown, it's like that. Very, very straight thinking. Like that, like this. And where you're sitting and you're like that, if you don't shift, if you sit on your when you kneel down and you're on your knees and you get pins and needles, I think you're going to have to shift, Claire, because you're going to make yourself feel very uncomfortable. You are at the beginning. Oh, this is awful. This is awful because I know something about you, and unfortunately, I've just seen it.
Yeah, but you've just seen it in cards, so you've acknowledged that you know it, and you tell her that there's a new what?
There's a spiritual journey starting for you, Claire.
That's okay.
And I'll tell you why, Claire, because it's at the base of the card, and it is a lilac colour, and lilac, a colour of spirituality. It's at the bottom, and shoots are coming from it.
But like you said, you acknowledge you know that, but it's shown in cards, so that's
it is. Look, if I show you that, Claire, I'm not making up. Can you see the bottom? It might not pick it up on camera, but that is a lilac-y colour, and it's at the bottom of the card, so it's the beginning of something. So I've not just pulled that out of my hat to say it. That is what's sitting in the card, and I think you're going to do really well on it, Claire, because you're up on it. It's all, you know, like when you're riding high on it, and your family tree is very protective. You're going to be all right, girl. You are. You're going to be all right. Lovely card, Claire. Thank you for letting me read for you.
Well, Vicky, she's already, if she wants to pop a question in, she could put a question. So just as long as it don't relate to a reading, my lovely, I've already got rid. There, look, blocked. Oh. Look, little Vicky, let's see what's going on. Little Vicky, for you, we've got the 3 of Wands. Crossing a water, we've got a boat coming in, so careful that things aren't going to just move on by you. I don't know if there is a crossing a water coming up for you, or again a move coming in around you, because the boat's moving. There's one already in the front. We've got a sailboat over at the front, and then we've got the boat coming in. So I think changes have already been happening around you, Vicky. But there's another change about to come in, or it's just past the what's happened. It's only just past you. But it's like I feel at the minute that this change coming in is not in your sight yet. It's still here. But just get ready for it, because it's going to bring a big wave when it comes. I do think that you're protected by 3. So I don't know what the 3 is for you. I do feel like there's 3 friends around you. So I think you're one of 4. So I don't know whether it's the group or, but I do feel like there's 4 of you. But I feel like you all stand together. You're very, very close family. I think one's closer to you than the other 2. But the other 2 have always got your back. Never forget that. They've always got your back. I do see a little bit of anger around you, and I don't know whether you've been sorting issues out or whether it's the little things that are nitpicking at you. And it's like, make sure you get your voice heard and you let out what's bothering you, because while it's collecting here, it's also laying heavy on the shoulders. I do think there is somebody, though, suffering with the shoulders and their arms at the minute. Let's see what else I'm getting. I feel like that the path that you've just been from, the road you've just been on, has been very difficult at times. I feel that it's like, again, you know, like when we walk, you know, like when we say you're walking on eggshells, it's like you've been walking on loose rocks, and it's like you've fought to take that next step. There has been learning involved, though. I do see books, so there is a learning curve coming in, and there's been a big learning curve for you as well, little Vicky. I feel that the learning curve is one of them that you look back and you think, oh my God, I'm never going to do that. I'm really learning from that, because the learning curve is a strong curve coming in. But the skies are blue for you, but just make sure you don't miss the opportunities that are coming past you, because at the minute you're looking that way, that the opportunities coming into the side, it will make a big wave. It's going to make a big splash, but it's whether you're ready to take on this opportunity, because I feel there has been missed opportunities that's coming. Lovely Lauren, loving Lauren, for you, my lovely. Loving Lauren. Hey, Bella.
Loving Lauren, you have the Ace of Swords. There we go. You're fighting the good fight at the moment. You feel you're on your own, but you're not on your own. You've got a very loyal person standing down by left side. You're not on your own. There's light at the end of the tunnel. You've had a lot on your mind. 3 sets of 3. So I don't know if 3 is significant, or if it's the 9 that's significant, or if it's 3 significant because it keeps repeating. But they're in your mind. You're rooted to the spot, but you're fighting your way out of it. And there is light at the end of the tunnel. You are coming out of it. Do you know there's some sort of something it's like a boat, I see. You know, like a gondola, and this thing's going to glide through and help you out. You don't have to fight for very long. You're breaking out of this already. And the person that's going to come and assist you, they're going to make that a very, very smooth journey for you. You've got a lot of beauty around you. Very beautiful. And you've got healing around you as well. The roots are going out to the side. I don't know why I'm seeing them go to the side. What would that mean? I don't know if you've got family, step families or in-laws, or they're significant in your life. The roots that go to the side. And then roots that go to the other side. Different. I'm sorry, I'm thinking out loud here now.
Yeah.
You've got, okay, so there's your roots. You've got 2 different sides. One looks a bit more angry than the other. And the person that's going to come and help you get out of this, it's going to glide through, is coming from the family. I feel one side of your roots you're still connected to, and it's them that's going to come and help you as you fight your way out. But I feel the other side, you're not connected to them. Well, you are connected to them, but you don't maybe see them anymore. But yeah, it's somebody that's going to come and help you that you're still connected to from your past. I hope that makes sense.
For those that's joining, Yo-Yo is in learning mode. So thank you so much for those that are allowing. Well, you're not having a choice, but thank you for allowing Yo-Yo to read for you. Jill. Jill, my lovely lady. Oh, Jill, for you, we've got the Queen of Wands. Let's see what's got it. Sunflowers are a big thing, Jill. You're actually holding the sunflowers. So a bunch of sunflowers is being given. But I also think that's a stronger connection to you here as well. Bear with me a second. I've just drank Coke. Shouldn't drink Coke when you're doing a lot. I don't know what the diamond connection is, though, but I'm seeing diamonds, so there must be a diamond connection. I don't know whether it's it could be a diamond anniversary coming up, but there's a connection to a diamond. Again, things are starting to unravel around you on a very positive note, though, Jill. There's a lot of, again, it's like new information coming out, but it's like coming out of nowhere, and it's like, oh my God, where did this come from, kind of thing. But the newness is good. This new information, these new strands that are falling into place are really, really good. Just be careful health-wise, though, because I can see there's issues going off on health-wise, not just for you, but this is around somebody else that's to the side of you as well. There's health issues coming in around this person. So again, just letting you aware that that's what I'm seeing in the cards. We've got a cat sat on your knee. Now, when a cat sits on your knee, normally a cat is very content. And I feel, Jill, at the moment, you're very content with where you are in life, because the cat's just sort of like sat on you and it's purring away. So to me, I do feel like there is, you are content in the light in your life, if that makes sense. I don't know if it's you that's suffering with the chest area, but I'm seeing a red going across the chest. So again, I don't know whether there's redness to the chest. I do feel like though there is 1, 2. There's a lady that's walking in spirit. Now, to me, this lady that's walking in spirit is walking with a candle. So I don't know whether there's been a recent passing, I'm going to say within the last 6 months to a year maybe, because she's holding a candle. A candle, when an energy comes, when an energy steps forward and they're holding a candle, it's normally representing to me a 1 year passing, or like you say, somebody new to spirits come in. But I do feel like this is a lady that's walking with the candle. I do think that it was there's also somebody else in spirit, but they're leaning forward. I don't know if this person would have had trouble with a balance. This person that's coming, this other person that's coming through. I don't know whether this person would have had trouble with a balance though, Jill, because it's sort of like they're leaning forward, and I got that feeling like, you know, when you lean forward and you like start running forward and you can't stop. I know my pop had that with his Parkinson's, where it's sort of like, but there's like a lean on this gentleman that's coming in. And like I said, I just felt like I was just going to fall forward. So I don't know whether they're just the thoughts that are coming in around me. But I can see the new energy. The new energy is just not good. The new energy is with them, but it's not moved forward enough for me to see them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know where 9 connects in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. I don't know where the number 11 connects in, whether it's 1, 1 or 11. But there's 1, 1, 2 ones connected. Let's see what else is going on. Like I said, I think at the moment you're just very contented. We've got the colour of the yellow around you. So again, listen to your gut instinct. I would tell you to always listen to your gut anyway, but just make sure you're listening to your gut instinct when any opportunities or anybody's talking to you. But yeah, I feel that you're in a really good place at the moment, my sweet. So that's what I'm getting for you, my lovely. Lisa, for you, my sweets.
Lisa. Oh. You have got the 8 of Swords.
Very nice.
Beautiful. Very earthy, Lisa. Oh, and there's a little snapshot up here. I feel, Lisa, that you're in a bit of a spin at the moment. You know the plate spinners, and you're trying to keep a lot of those plates spinning on your own.
Can just pause it. If anybody's wanting a reading, please don't write in. Please put emojis, because I'm only coming to those that put emojis in chat from now on, because otherwise Facebook takes us off. Sorry, Yo-Yo.
That's all right. Yeah, you've got quite a bit going on, Lisa. And it's fuddling your head. But you know there's light coming in, so it's not going to last for long. It's shining quite bright there. So don't panic. I feel you've had it for quite a while. In fact, it sees you've had it bad, and it's got better as time's going on, but it will only get better. And there's a snapshot in your memory. Something you keep remembering. And I think as that light comes in, there's something that haunts you a memory that haunts you. And I think as the light comes in, that's going to help you. And everything that's around your head at the minute that's making you a bit where you're having to keep everything spinning.
Like I did that.
I think that's going to go. It's unraveling. Your hands are tied as well. Your hands are tied to it, but they're breaking. So instead of being like that, they're beginning to go like that. They're breaking away, and everything that's binding you down is going to lift. Look forward to it. Look forward to it, because the sun is right behind you. It's I want to know the rest of the story. I'd love to know, Lisa. I'd love to know, Lisa, if whatever's binding you or keeping you down or keeping you busy, that it is coming to an end.
D. Bex, if you're watching, the answer is yes. D for you, my lovely Knight of Pentacles. So let's get in. Seeing the countryside at the minute, D. So I don't know whether there's a countryside connection coming up around you. I do feel at the minute, though, that you are trying to get strength for something. You're asking for strength. So I don't know whether you believe in the higher power, but I feel like at times it's like you're asking, you're like saying, God, give me strength, you know, like you'd say that kind of thing. But I feel that you are needing that strength. I do think that there's matters of the heart that are around you at the minute, D. And I feel that this is like an emotional roller coaster kind of journey that you're going on. And I feel that sometimes, I don't know, I think this is where the help, this is the help you're needing, because I feel that because it's on an emotion, it's an emotional based going off, the things that are going off around you is emotionally based. I do feel like that's where you're asking for maybe loved ones to come in and just sort of like help with situations that are going off. Don't know whether there's an Irish connection to you, D, but I just saw like the Clovis. So I'm going to say there's an Irish connection coming in. I'm also seeing like a deer and a stag. Same animal, I know, but do you know what I mean? One's got bigger antlers for me and a deer's got little antlers. So the deer for me is somebody seems to be watching from the side and taking note of what's going off with this emotional energy around you at the minute. And it's like they're just watching, but don't worry, because this person's got your back. But it's like they've removed their self and they're sort of like, you know, like when you're a bull and you're like a bull in a china shop, this person's not going to be a bull in a china shop. This person is stood and they are like grazing, but watching and aware of everything. And any minute now, they're just going to march over and they're going to go, enough. And they're going to be the ones that are sort of like, they're going to come in and sort this situation and help you with that. The deer energy, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the deer energy is connected to you. The deer energy, the female energy to do with this heart, with this, the emotions, this heart and love around the, go on, what did I call emotion now? That's linked to the heart emotion. I do think it's a female that it's concerning with. But I do think that, yeah, everything's going to work out okay. But I do think it does put a little bit of like you're asking for help from the unseen energies to step in and just give you guidance, I think, at the minute. But don't worry, because guidance is coming, but it's coming in the mail of somebody that stood out in the pastures that's going to walk in and help. I'm seeing a lady sat down in spirit, though, and I'm seeing her she's sort of like, I don't know if she's sat in her armchair, but I would have said this lady would have been a very proud lady also, D. I feel that she would have also wore her hair up in a bun at the back. She would have had it sort of like scraped and in a bun. That's what I'm kind of getting with this lady. And it's like she's sat And you know, like when you get that feeling of like tapping your fingers, she's like tapping her fingers as though she's on a chair. But I do feel like this lady would have been, I don't know whether she would have been in a wheelchair or it's a chair that like what I sit in, because I can see the back up on that chair as well. So there's definitely a back to that chair. I do think there's also a younger female in spirit as well with this lady. And I feel the younger female, I think, would have been quite young in passing. I don't even know whether you would. I don't know if this younger female would have passed before you or when you were very tiny, because I do feel she's showing me a very young energy, but I feel it's like an old energy, if that makes sense. I don't know. Do you know, Dee? I don't know whether the child in spirit would have passed after the probably. I don't know. I want to say around about two between 2 and 5, I think. But I don't know whether this energy would have passed before you though, because she's coming in with this lady, but this lady's sort of like, I can see her pushing pram, if that makes sense. Again, we've got a dog. We've got an animal coming through. I thought it looked like a llama. I don't know whether that connection to you is a connection. There's an animal in spirit, but to me, it looked like a llama. But as I've looked back, it looks more like a bird because I can see the beak coming in. I can see the beady eyes now, and I can see the beak. I don't know if somebody had birds or kept birds, because there's like a bird energy coming in over the shoulder as well. So I'm going to leave that with you, Dee. Joyce, for you.
Joyce. Whoa. Joyce. The Knight of Cups. That's a crazy card. Oh, Joyce. You've had a rocky ride, love. Blimey. But you're flying over it, aren't you?
Yes.
You're getting there. You're getting there, chick. Okay, so there is water here and it's looking a bit rocky. This is in the past. Something kept you attached to that. You couldn't move on. And there are people on the other side, not on the other side in the spiritual sense, sorry. While you couldn't move on, there were people laughing. They thought that was funny. But you reared up. You eventually, from feeling tied down, you eventually found something enabled you to move on. And you're moving on and they're going to stay there. Do you know you're going to fly high, Joyce? In fact, you're proud of flying high. You're going to get the flags out. And you're holding a golden cup. So something really good from something that you've had that's very unpleasant. Something very good is coming. And as well, you're going to look after yourself, Joyce. You didn't. You're going to start looking after yourself. I see quite a bit of flamboyance around you. And you're heading to peace. It's all going to be sorted, mate. You're going to have, you know, the peacock, how beautiful peacock feathers are. You're going to be wearing that coat, Joyce. That's what I see for you. I hope it makes sense.
Kitchen Verma. I don't know whether it's Verma or the first one. So I do apologise if I've got your name wrong.
Okay.
Yes, I'm throwing yes. What's the part about emojis? The reason if you're on Facebook and you put me please, Facebook is stops me going live on Facebook because it classes it as spam. So if you're on Facebook, you need to put emojis in. And I'm good at people with emojis because otherwise Facebook will just cut me off and then just leave me on YouTube like it normally does. YouTube, it doesn't matter whether you put me please, whether you put hearts, emojis, whatever. YouTube's completely different. So it's just Facebook that needs to be doing the emojis because it's Facebook that's been a bugger at minute for classing everybody, putting me please as spam. So that's where it is, my lovely. For you, my lovely, we have got the Queen of Cups. I feel at the minute you need to take a break. I feel you need to get some me time going in. I do think that a day, I don't know where your quiet place is. This place is showing me a beach. So for me, you need to get away from the hustle and bustle that's happening around you. I don't think you've got a minute to think. I think you need to come away from everything. I feel like you're collecting. There's a lot of things you're collecting or your energy's collecting that aren't even a part of you, if that makes sense. I don't know whether people just zap your energy or whether you're one of these people that everybody comes to and they give you their problems, and instead of you giving their problems back to them, it's like you're collecting everybody's problems. But unfortunately, you can't solve their problems. And I think for you, this time out is because it's your energy that's being zapped. I feel that you're sort of like you're losing your voice in everything that's going off around you. I feel that you do need to take that. You definitely need to take that sip. There's also, I'm seeing rainbows coming in all around you. So I don't know. When I see rainbows, I normally see like a rainbow child. So I don't know whether there's a connection. When I say rainbow child, it's somebody on the ADHD, autistic, Asperger's kind of syndromes coming in. So there's that coming in around you also. But I do feel now that you're sort of like forgetting things are just getting too much for you. I'm seeing white roses. I've got a trail of white roses. So there's somebody in spirit that's sending you a load of white roses. I do feel like that this person I do feel like this person would have meant a lot to you. Because it's the white roses I'm seeing. I always leave white roses when I go to visit my dad. My dad's passed, and I always put a white rose because a white rose to me means more than a red rose. So I'm seeing the white roses. There is some waves to the side of you, but it's sort of like that commotion's happening over that way. But I feel that if you're not careful because of everything that's happening around you, that emotion is going to start sweeping into you. You need to start giving people their problems back to deal with. And remember, you can't solve everybody's problems for them. As much as we'd like to, unfortunately, we can't. I don't know why I'm seeing symbols around you also. So I don't know whether you work with symbols. And when I mean symbols, I mean like on a spiritual sense. So you can't see it, but like above my door, I've got a protection symbol above my door. And there's like them kind of symbols coming in for you. I also don't know whether there's something to do with numbers around you also, because I'm seeing some of the symbols are like what I'd have looked at, like with numbers, like maths kind of thing. There's them symbols coming in around you also. I feel like you've been backed into a corner. I feel like you've been backed into into your shell also. And I feel that you've come so far out of it to go back into it. You definitely need to push that energy away and start dealing with yours and find your voice, my sweets. That's what I'm getting for you, my lovely. Are you going to step out? No worries, my lovely. Robert, studying mathematics and thinking about a pentagram. Oh, wow. No worries, my sweet. So I'm going to do a couple more. Hi,
Charles.
So Robert, for you, my lovely. Robert, we've got the 4 of Wands celebration coming up around you, Robert. And I do think it's going to be a big family. I do think it's going to be a big get together also that's coming in, and it is going to be to celebrating I'm just going to say it's a family celebration because I'm seeing the 4 sticks of each family. So to me, it's a family celebration coming up. There is some home improvements that are being done. There's also a cat coming in at the picture. And again, the cat to me, the cat sat to one side of the person. So I do think that there's different energies mixing in, and it's like the cat sort of like keeping out of the way. Do you know what I mean? So like when you get a family get together, not everybody energy is mixed, and I feel like there is going to be a mix of different energies coming in, and it's like the cats look sort of like, instead of being sat on the knee where it's peace and calm, it's sort of like a bit chaotic at the minute, so it's more sat to the side. I do feel that there is there's a connection to the number 5 coming in around you, and also the number 2. So we've got the 2 and the 5 connection coming in. Religion for me, again, we've got a religion connection. We've got like the four colors. We've got like the 4 different colors of chakras coming in. So we've got the red for the grounding, we've got the blue for the voice, we've got the yellow for the gut, and we've got the green for the heart. So to me, this celebration that's coming up, there's a religious aspect to this celebration. I don't think it's a wedding or something like that. I just think that there's a religious aspect coming up to this family get together, just because I'm seeing like the different energies coming in around my lovely. So that's what I'm getting with you, my sweets. Where we're going next. Monday. Hey, Monday. You're back going, sweets.
I don't want to disturb you from moving.
All right, you can move.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you're fine, sweet.
I didn't want to disturb the mood.
The mood. She doesn't want to disturb the mood. 8 of cups, 8 of wands for you, Mandy, coming in. So let's see what's going off around you. I feel like at minute you could be going any direction, Monday. And it's like you know which direction you want to go to, but it's like, well, I can go that way, I can go that way, I can go that way. And I think there's like different... It's all good that's happening around you, but I feel like things are happening like very quickly in conjunction with each other. It's like one thing's happened, then another, but it's all good that's happening. All these things that are happening around you are pointing to the same direction. They're all going to get you to the same place. And I think they're all linked in helping you get to the same place as well, Monday. Remember, the grass isn't always greener, so just remember to keep your feet flat on the ground. Again, I am seeing a water crossing, so I don't know whether this water crossing is something that you're preparing for. I do think, though, that there's going to be other family members coming in around that are evolving, that are going to be involved in this. It's not just going to be you. I don't know where the letter M connects in around you. I know you've got the M for Mandy, but there's another M coming in, Mandy. But the M is across the water, if that makes sense. I am seeing... No, you male or female? Come on. I'm getting a really stern female. And I do think she's connected to whoever's family's across the water. But I'm getting a very stern looking female. And I think in life she would have been really firm. The only thing I can see, she's showing me the forehead. So I think she would have had a hair swept back kind of thing, because I'm seeing the forehead. But I do get a very much like a no-nonsense kind of person, Mandy, coming through with this lady. It's like anybody just thought she were like built a brick. It were like she were a stone. And I think that's the energy that in life she would have portrayed, that she was just like, I don't know the words I'm looking for. But it's like she she was solid, but she was one not to be messed with. But there would have been a sternness with her coming in. There is a mellowing coming in, and she has done a lot of reflecting on things that she would have done in life. You can see this reflection down here in the water. That's her reflecting back on her life. So she has done a lot of reflecting coming in. I don't know why she's showing me the number 6. It looked like a golf club, but it's not. I think it's the number 6 that I'm seeing. So she's connecting me to number 6. I don't know if it's the month of June or the 6th of a month, but there's the 6 coming into connection. But I do think that again, with this lady, I think this lady would have, her upbringing would have made her that way, if that makes sense, because it's like there's a mountain behind and then there's a mountain, but there's also a mountain to the side. So I do think that her siblings would have been same, but one seemed a bit more relaxed. But yeah, we've also got a joke coming through. I don't know why, but it's showing me Wee Willie Winky. I'm getting Wee Willie Winky coming through. So I don't know whether that's something for you, but I feel like this person would have been of a character kind of person, Mandy, that's coming through. But he stood with the M. So again, that M connection, I don't know where that's connecting into. What else can I see? I think that's it, Monday. I think that's all I'm seeing, my lovely. So that's for you, my sweets. Where we're going, Renee. Why is Theo keeping me in a friend zone? I don't know. You will have to ask him that, Renee, but I will give you a card reading. And we'll see what the card says. But I just do a general reading when I'm doing it on Facebook and YouTube. When I'm doing my free readings, it is just general and what comes out in card, my sweets. So for you, we've got the Page of Swords card. So let's see what's appertaining. You're ready to swing your sword. So if this is about this Theo, you need to swing your sword. You need to move them on, Renee. Rather than them leaving you, you need to move them on. Maybe there are negative energy around you, but you've got your swords lifted up. So it's you're like sort of like, you know, like you would do when you're golfing or whatever, badminton, tennis. It's like your swords up to go whoosh. So kick him to curb is my say on that. So if this person is bothering you, whoever it is, just get ready to kick him to curb. I don't know where the dragon connects in around you, Rennie, but I'm getting a connection to dragons. I'm seeing 3 dragons, so I don't know where that connects in to you. Let me see. Go on, give me that letter. I don't know where the A connects into you, Renee, but I'm getting an A. I'm also getting, I don't know whether it's N-A or M, because it's like down and down. There's a W connection. Why am I getting war? Why does it say war? It's spelled out war, W-A-R. That's what I'm getting. I don't know why I'm spelling out why I'm getting war, but I'm seeing a country and it's got war written across it. And I know what's going off in Will, but I don't know whether this is connected in to you, Renee, or I don't know what that means, if anything. But again, I do feel like you're ready to fight a battle. You're ready to swing. So you're getting ready to knock all that negative energy away from you. There is a gentleman's energy coming through in spirit. I do see this gentleman. Again, I don't know if this gentleman would be a drinker, just because I can see it's showing me his nose. And I know with drinkers, there's a thing to the nose, or whether there was illness. But I do think there's something. I do think this gentleman would have liked to drink. I am with this gentleman getting... I am getting an elderly gentleman coming in, and I don't know whether... Now, is it the throat area? I don't know if there would have been something with the gentleman on his throat, Renee, because there's like a brown mark that's just here. So I don't know what this is meaning for, because I can see his head, but then there's like a brown mark that he brought me to on his throat. So I don't know where that connects into. But I think for me, his energy is just coming in around you just to let you know that he's there. And I don't know whether you've been thinking of him also. There's also a lady's energy coming in. And I do feel like this lady's energy coming in around you. There's something to do with the glasses on this lady. She's wearing these glasses. I don't know why she's wearing bunny ears. As daft as it sounds, I'm seeing like floppy ears, so I don't know what this lady's meaning with the bunny ears. So I don't know if you'll know the connection to that more than me. Obviously you should, but yeah, that's what I'm getting for you. I do feel that your belt's being a bit tight around your waist. You need to loosen your waist off a minute. You need to loosen the belt. I do think that you're being a bit hard on yourself, a bit maybe a little bit hard, a bit hard on yourself, because it's like you tighten your belt, but you're like trying to be free at the same time. You need to undo a few buckles and start enjoying life a little bit more. But yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, my lovely. An emotional war. Oh, bless you, Renee, my lovely. So guys, what I'm going to do is I am going to end it there. Yo-yo's put that up. I am going to end it there. I only normally do an hour when I'm doing tarots. Yo-yo's been with me today, so we have gone a little bit slower than normal. Normally I do go quite speedy when I'm doing my tarots. But yes, Barry, for you, yeah, I'll get you in for one last reading, my lovely. And then, so Barry, for you, my lovely, at the minute, I'm seeing the Three of Pentacles. There's definitely something to do with the emotions around the heart, because you've got you've sort of like put your emotions to one side at the minute. I did see that you said that you were going in hospital next week, I think. I'm sure you put that into chat, Barry. So there is, it's like you've moved your emotions away from it. It's like you're bottling your emotions up in a jar at the side there. You are in deep thought at the minute. There is something in deep thought, and there is things to do with writing as well coming up. I also see somebody's jealousy. There's jealousy to somebody at the side of you as well coming in. We've got a cat coming in with the green eyes, so there's definitely jealousy coming in to the side of you. So I don't know if the jealousy is around you or around a situation that's sort of like to the side of you, if you know what I mean. So still like somebody's quarreling at the side of you, whether there's jealousy coming in with them, but there's definitely a jealousy connection. Just make sure that everything's signed and sealed. Make sure that the ink's on the paper, if that makes sense. I've got a lady's energy coming in. I feel this lady would have been a very gentle soul, Barry. I do think she would have been. She spoke her mind. She told you exactly what she thought. But I do get with this lady, she would have been so gentle. I think she would have been gentle spoken as well. I don't feel like I feel a very peaceful energy. It's like she would have took everything in a stride, but she would have gone with your gut feeling through life, and she would have spoke from a gut, if that makes sense to you. There's also a gentleman coming in now. He's got sort of like a towel wrapped over his shoulder, but I'm seeing what looks to be like a rod in his hand. So I don't know whether this is referring to somebody that's enjoyed fishing. Is it fishing, or is that a rabbit, or whether there's hunting? There's something to do with this gentleman, and don't know whether it's, like when you're catching fish or when you went rabbit hunting or something like that, but that's connected to the gentleman that's coming through. He's coming in separate to the lady, though. We've got the lady's energy coming right in front of you, and we've got the gentleman's energy coming to the side of you. But I do think this lady would have known this gentleman. I think there's a connection between this gentleman and this lady in spirit. But I think this lady's just coming in. She's bringing a lot of light in with her. And for me, she's sort of like trying to take your stress and your worries away with her. And she's just saying to you, go with your gut. Do what I did. Listen to your gut feeling and go with your gut feelings. So that's what I'm getting with her, my lovely. So I hope that makes sense, Barry, for you, my sweets. So I want to say thank you to everybody that's popped in for a reading. I will be reading again next week or at the weekend. I will put up on StreamYard when we are reading. Hey, Jules, my lovely. I've done my Easter wreath. Oh, you have to send me a picture, my sweets. But yes, so I will be on again this weekend doing some readings. I am live tonight doing a chit chat. I think Yolanda. I don't know whether Yolanda's joining me tonight. I don't know if John's joining me. I'll discuss that afterwards and see if John wants to come on tonight because he's not been on for a while and we normally don't do ladies' night tonight. So yeah, I'll see if John wants to join me later on. If not, it'll be the 4 ladies hopefully, and we shall see. So yeah, so thank you everybody for joining. I am now finishing and thank you so much. Love and light to you all. Take care, and I hope everybody had got the readings, got what they needed, and not what you wanted to hear. You get what you need, not what you want. Take care, sweets, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.